Hey everyone, how are you guys tonight? Thank you for joining me on J is for Justice. We got a little echo going. And look at that, 9:30 on the dot. Everybody, Tracy's trying to catch up. Hey guys, I got a little bit of rest. It's been kind of a hectic day. Hope everybody is doing well. Everybody got to catch up on where we're at in this case. I do have an announcement to make before we get started. On Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time and 9:30 Eastern Time, I will be interviewing a close friend of Megan's. Megan is the one who is in custody for not quite the murder yet. We haven't seen murder charges, but we do know that she is in prison or in custody for tampering with a human body. And there was a couple other charges. And anyway, her friend, I'm not going to release the name just yet, but they will be joining me on Sunday. So you don't want to miss that. I do have the event up on J is for Justice. If you go to the events, to the videos of my channel, you can click a reminder and it will remind you when that live is upcoming. I think it's going to be very interesting. This person is very willing to talk in depth about Megan, and is very open to questions about Megan. So it's going to be kind of interesting to hear from one of her good friends, you know, what was going on here, what happened to Megan, you know, what has gone on in her life, and to make her do this, you know, to make her go to this length to do this with a friend, you know, to a friend, I should say. DWAP hasn't quite hopped on yet, but he is going to. We do have some news that she was strangled. Heidi was strangled. We're not sure. I've heard that there is another female in custody, but I'm not sure who that is, and what they had to do with this entire thing. Thank you, Yolanda. Yolanda is one of my biggest supporters. I want to thank her for all of her support since day one. Yolanda has been a diehard, and I really, really, really appreciate her. I appreciate all of you guys that are here. All the new people, all the new subscribers. Wow. I think I've gotten about 1,500 new subscribers in the last 24 hours. And that is that's amazing to me. And it means so much to me that you guys are helping me grow. I'm seeing all these new names and I love it. I love it. So yeah, so all the diehards, welcome all the new subscribers. Look at all the newbies. I love it. Thank you again, Yolanda. Thank you. Yes, and if you guys want to throw up the link to the Facebook group, we have 2 Facebook groups going on. We have the J is for Justice Facebook group, which is for this podcast. And then we have the Heidi Justice for Heidi group. Thank you. Stay informed. Appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Angelina. I appreciate that. All the last night newbies, all the Periscope newbies. You guys are awesome. So there has not been a second arrest. There's been one arrest, and that is the Megan that you see on the screen there. So we will kind of recap last night. So last night, Melissa, Christy, and I, Melissa and Christy are two of my mods. Thank you, Kathy. You're a sweetheart. We had a panel going last night, and we talked to Heidi's best friend, Carissa. I want you guys to know that we will not handle any, or we will handle any bashing of any of Heidi's friends. It will not be tolerated in here. So is the live cut off? So yeah, we're not going to have any bashing of any of Heidi's friends or anything like that. You can bash Megan all you want. Megan is fair game, right, D-Wop? D-Wops. Can't hear you. D-Wops. I think D-Wop's having some audio issues. Last night it was me. Tonight it's him. Because I didn't change anything from last night. So I know my thing's all set. Yeah, he's total. Thank you guys for all the kind words. I appreciate it. Yeah, D-Wop, I have all my stuff set. It should be. There we go. There we go. So D-Wop, Megan is fair game.
The stream, you like cut off.
I did? Can you hear me?
You there, Jay?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I'm here. Oh, shoot. Can y'all hear me?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had Zoom muted.
Oh, I was like, you were fine, and then it went off. But yeah, we can hear D-Wop, and they can hear. I think they should be able to hear you now because you were just off for a second.
So I was buffering? Is that what happened, or what?
I don't know. It was like what you said is the live on, and then all of a sudden you went down on the stream.
Weird. Well, it seems like it's okay now. Mike is echoing.
I just muted my audio. Am I still at? I have my headphones on.
No, it's better. I think you fixed it because they have a delay, you know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, I was just telling them that Megan is fair game for bashing.
Should throw all the arrows you want.
For sure. Let me slow down the chat room a little bit so people can keep up.
Yeah, it's flying too.
So what's happening, D-Wops?
Well, oh my gosh. Oh, I need to tell your listeners, if you got offended at me in my live chat last night, because we were kind of heckling Jay. We were heckling Jay a little bit. I want to apologize to you listeners. I already apologized to Jay, but I will apologize to her too publicly. But yeah, we heckled Jay a little bit, but I heckled not only Jay, I heckled a lot of YouTubers out there. But I also kicked a bunch of people out that were trying to bad talk Jay. And I'll tell you right now, you little content consumers, I'll run your ass out of my chat. I can pick on Jay, but that doesn't mean you can do that in chat.
You know, the only reason you can pick on me?
Because I'm wearing your hat?
No.
Because of Ella.
Ella, that's it. That's it. If you didn't have Ella, you and
Oh,
me, I don't know.
come
I don't know,
on.
DWAP.
Come on.
So
Come
you can thank
on.
that little cutie because the way
Oh,
she was saying J's for justice.
I know. I was like, this is gonna make Jay happy because I'll keep telling her to say Jay is for
I know,
justice.
and I love her. I do.
There
She's
you
so
go.
damn cute. Yeah. So if it wasn't for little Ella,
If it wasn't for Ella, I mean, she might be working out a swatting deal on me right now, is what Jay might be doing. So,
yeah, not quite yet.
not quite yet. So,
No, so I have a lot of newbies from last night, so I want to introduce you to the chat. If you guys don't know, this is DWAP, aka Dad with a Phone,
there you
aka
go.
he's got the cutest daughter in the world, and that's why anybody likes him. But anyways,
Pretty much. Pretty
pretty
much.
much, pretty much. So
Pretty
anyways,
much.
DWAP, if you guys want to throw DWAP's link up there in the chat, he's also following this case, and he followed the Kelsey Barrett case very, very closely and very well. So you guys can
Well,
check that
that's
out.
because Jay chained me. I didn't
Okay.
even know what a sleuth was before the Kelsey Barrett case. That's honesty. Like, it's real honesty. I thought about when, though, on my drive down today, this case is really cool for me because there was nobody that was going to be able to do what I did with the Kelsey Barrett case because I live here, right? There was no other big YouTubers that I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't. I had nobody else I was competing with, or there shouldn't be competition, but there was no one else that I could compete with, or I whatever. On this case, it started it pretty much as it started to come out with everyone else, but now watching it unfold, I'm watching everybody do it, and I'm having to work it just the same way anyone else would because they don't live in Austin. And so it's different for me because Kelsey Bear's case, if I didn't have something to talk about, I could go out into the community, or I could go look, or go, view something if there was questions. But this one is different. Having to work it from a different, from the distance is different. So I'm learning from all of you. So it's fun though.
No, it's super cool that it happened. I mean, not super cool that it happened in your town, but that you were able to follow it like you were.
Yeah, and it's not over with. She still goes back. We still got court dates coming up in January with KK. So there's still some closure that has to come in that case. But
Yeah. All right. So let's give a little background on what happened last night. So I had her friend on here. We're
yeah,
talking to her friend, and we're all over the Shane guy.
man, y'all had Shane. Y'all
Well,
had Shane.
listen, and this is how it is, right? So, I mean, just by statistics, the significant other is usually the one that has done it, right? I mean,
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely,
right. And then we
absolutely.
hear that he was abusive. So then that doubles your, thinking, wow, it had to be this guy, right? But if you listened to me last night, which you didn't because you went live and heckled me, but if you listened last night, I said, I guess I'm going to have to eat crow. So
Oh
I did
no,
say that
but see,
last night.
but that's the question. So here's the question when it comes to the true crime stuff and speculation. Here's the only reason I heckled a little bit is because, so I'm sitting there in chat. I'm sitting in my live, and then Yolanda, I don't know if she's in here. I love Yolanda.
She
She
is.
she calls in and she starts telling me, no, it was Yolanda, and it was there was another YouTube that did it too. The girl from Australia, and she had been listening to
Miss
you.
Murder.
Miss, no, not Miss Murder. Oh, maybe it was Miss Murder. Yeah, it was Miss Murder, and then it was, but I think it was Yolanda that I really started really getting on to when I started heckling you because she says to me, she says, um, she says Megan had a fake belly bump that she was faking her pregnancy with and all this stuff. I was like, what the fuck? Where are you getting this info? I haven't heard this shit. And I was like, where did this come from? She was like, Jay, it's for Justice Show. And I was like, oh my gosh. First of all, they were hanging Shane the first part of that show, and then the end part of the show, Megan's got a belly bump. So I was just kind of heckling that side of it. It wasn't that it was just how we went from holy crap, this whole gamut of things. So It's Yolanda.
I okay, I
It's
get it. I get it.
it's
But no,
Yolanda's
but where
house.
that came from, of course, right, was we're talking about Shane and all of this, and then all of a sudden someone in chat is like, dude, there's something going down. They're searching a house in Houston. And at first I was like, huh? Houston? I kind of ignored it because I was like, that's kind of far away. But then I pulled it up and it was crazy. I don't know if you were still in here at that time or not, but
At that time, I was probably looking at the stuff because, um, are you there?
yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, I was probably looking at it. Hey, Yolanda, I'm not gonna answer your phone call, but I see you're calling, Yolanda. You're
Oh,
mad.
Yolanda's like, why you throw me under the bus, motherfucker?
Yeah. So,
Don't mess
yeah,
with Yolanda.
well, I got a text message from somebody that said, "Hey, they're searching a house in Houston." Well, then I went to one of those. I'm trying to approach this, trying to get that credible info and not take the rumor stuff or not try to. So I'm going to the news sources and I'm looking at their stuff, going, okay, what's going on? And as soon as I saw Austin PD is in Houston, I was like, oh shit, and this has got to do with this has got to do with this. And then I tweeted to one of the news people just a DM and said, hey, what do you know about this house in Houston? um, Austin PD's there. She immediately tweeted back to me and said, I'm on my way there. It has to do with Heidi's case. And so I think if I was there, like I just was here with the Kelsey case, I think I would have been able to do live videos and tell you guys immediately that this had something to do with that case, because I think everybody knew pretty quickly that it had something to do with the case. And it even got to the point where the neighbors were told that, hey, did you see anything happen on the 12th over here? So they were even trying to figure out from the neighbors, had they seen something go down at that house. So the local news media group that was on the ground, they all knew it, but they have rules they have to follow. They have to wait till they get the approval. They have to wait for law enforcement to say it and stuff like that. But
Well, it
they
was
were behind.
crazy when we were talking to Carissa. We were talking about the whole Shane aspect. Like, we were just kind of asking, what was their relationship like? What did you know about their relationship? Things like that. And then this article came out, and then I said to chat, you know how our sleuthers are in chat. I was like, hey guys, see who lives at that house. And then all of a sudden, like within minutes, of course,
Oh yeah.
everyone's like, it's so and so and so and so. They had these names, and and her friend just went, oh my god, that's her friend from summer camp that she met at
Yes,
summer camp.
she knew immediately.
She knew immediately. And this girl, Megan, had been calling Carissa 5, 6 times a day over the past week to get updates. And she didn't think
Oh,
anything of it. She's
because
worried
she's a
about her
friend. Yeah,
friend.
because she's a
She's
friend.
thinking, I'm not close with this Megan girl, but she's worried about Heidi. So she talks to her every time. And you know what's even
Oh,
more crazy? Is that when
what?
she talked to that woman on the phone, she heard a baby in the background. But this girl told her she just had this baby and named it Luna. But she was really hearing her best friend's baby
Yeah.
crying in the
So did
background.
she talk to law enforcement after that news came out?
I
For
don't know. Melissa B has been in contact with her today. I don't know
okay.
if she's
It
gotten
it,
much.
it
She's
sounds
she's
like though she
heartbroken.
did though.
Yeah, we messaged with her earlier, and she's just broken. She
Yeah,
doesn't even know what to
everybody.
do or say,
Yeah, a couple of
It's
the people I've been messaging with are that are close to the family or family. They're everybody's torn apart right now, and because there was still hope yesterday, right?
mhm,
At
mhm.
this time yesterday, or probably a little bit later, earlier today, but there was still a hope in the situation, and so, oh man, but this
Can you
transformation.
imagine though, D-Wap? Like, I can't get that out of my head. Like, she talked to this girl several times a day and heard that
Yeah, I
baby.
heard. I did hear that. I heard I don't know if I went back in your chat for a second or something and listened, but
Yeah,
I
that
remember
would just haunt me.
that.
Like, if that was my best friend, that would be so
Oh.
hard. So freaking hard.
Well, it's interesting because I've heard a couple of different things, and I haven't. I mean, I can't confirm it because I thought law enforcement said it, but her boyfriend. When I say her boyfriend, I'm talking about Megan's boyfriend. is he's the one that called Child Protective Services.
That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, that he
Yeah,
called because she
that's
was mistreating the baby,
yeah.
right?
So yeah. So the question is this, because then he tells the story that he thought this baby was hers, or
Yeah, that's what I'm not understanding. If he was calling because she was mistreating the baby, he must have thought that that was his biological child.
well, and that's kind of what I've heard as a report. But so, well, she like a week ago, she just came home with a 3-week-old baby. 7 days ago, she just came home with a 3-week-old baby. Because I've heard two things. I didn't hear that she was mistreating the baby. I thought he called the Child Protective Services when he saw the news about a missing baby or something. And so, because I, but then, yeah, but I've heard both, because I also heard he thought that baby was his or it was hers. And, and so, yeah, it'll be real interesting if we get those facts. I'm pretty sure she's gonna make a deal.
Yeah, so she claimed to have that baby at a birthing center with a midwife. This is what she told Caressa, that she had this baby. And
Okay.
Melissa and I were kind of picking up on it as it was going down and putting it together, because I said, "Well, how old is her baby Luna?" She said 2 weeks. Oh my
Oh my,
God. I just kind of felt it all coming together. And it's just something that you wouldn't imagine would happen. It's like something you see in a movie.
yeah,
Like
it's
this shit doesn't
crazy.
happen every day. You know what I
Well,
mean?
no, and it is wild too that these are the stories that are making the headlines, because people go missing every day. That you sent me, oh, that was another case, but that was, or somebody else sent me another case of someone that went missing. And so but it's not like getting major traction. So it's weird that like this story gained the traction, because I think when we start to hear how it all unfolded and laid out, and the planning, and this was her plan all along.
Yeah, like
It's
how long
gonna
did she plan this?
it's gonna
That's
get
going to be
crazy.
interesting to find out. So I have a friend of hers that is coming on my live on Sunday, a good
Uh-oh.
friend of Megan's.
Uh-oh.
And this person is willing to talk all about Megan.
Oh, she probably gonna give it all. Well, I mean, okay, so let's first say I looked at we had a mug shot of Megan from 2018, like May of 2018, for
Yeah, the
like
crazy eyes.
yeah, the crazy eyes. And then we have this mug shot now. Oh my, I mean, this is all half a year. I mean, this is only a year different, like a year and some change. It looks like a totally different woman between
Totally different.
2018 and this mug shot. So, um, I mean, the
It doesn't even look like the same person.
yeah, and then so this girl was supposedly with Heidi in the room when the baby was born. You know who this reminds me of?
Who?
I'm not gonna say her name, but we've had to deal with it. It reminds me of some crazy shit. It reminds me of the stuff that I dealt with a friend of mine, and you were in the middle a little bit. It reminds me of that kind of crazy
Oh,
shit.
yeah, that's that kind of crazy. Yep.
It is that kind of
It is
crazy.
that kind of crazy. Yeah, it is. It is.
So it just reminds me of super craziness when it comes to um and I don't know this lady from Adam, but and obviously Heidi has known her a long ass time, and they've been at least good. I think they got in trouble together. I think Heidi's trouble. I think her and Heidi probably got in trouble together a couple of times or whenever, and then they've been close throughout life. And but I
Yeah,
mean,
because they met when they were young, like teenagers, and they met at church camp, of all places.
well, that's your like first warning. So that's your first warning. If you meet at church camp, you could turn into serial killer.
If you meet at church school, you could turn into a crazy person. In the other case we were talking about, right? Christian school. You could meet some crazies there too.
You can meet some crazies at Christian
Yeah, you,
school.
you really can. And the fact that these women were friends for so long, And that this girl could do this to her friend blows my mind. So I'm interested to find out, did this Megan, was she pregnant before? Did she lose a child? Did something happen? Can she not have kids? Is there, is there a reason like that?
I mean, part of me thinks that that could be a possibility, or she just faked this pregnancy, like somewhere along the line or somewhere early on when Heidi got pregnant. She thought to herself, "Oh, I'm gonna be pregnant too,"
Maybe
or
she
I'm gonna
was
get pregnant.
jealous. Yeah.
Yeah, like, and so maybe she did get pregnant and then maybe had a miscarriage, but she just kept the ruse that she didn't have a miscarriage, and she
Yeah, so
kept the
she
ruse
could have
that
been wearing a fake baby bump. You know that, right?
hey, if in court they end up bringing out a fake baby bump, I will literally eat
You will
crow
kiss
or
my feet. You will kiss my feet, DY.
I'll have to do something. I'll have to make it up. If somehow a fake baby bump comes into the equation, I'm gonna have to come up with
You're
something.
gonna have to give me your youngest, that's all.
Oh, you're gonna take my Ella.
Yeah. I'm gonna corrupt her.
Um,
No, but for real, like if this guy thought she was pregnant, I mean, she looks bigger, so
that
she
yeah,
could be one of those girls where you don't know she's pregnant.
just like KK.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
KK. And
like
she was
yeah.
big. She's a big girl. She's 5'9". I read she's 5'9" and like 160 some pounds. So she's not, I mean, she's not a small girl. I
No,
don't know how big Heidi was, but to overpower her if it was just her and she did it on her own, I can see where she's kind of a brute. Kind of looks like a brute.
somebody was side by side pictures of her just a few weeks ago with or it was just a few weeks ago at the hospital, sent me a picture of her with Heidi at the hospital, and her hair, or maybe it wasn't at the hospital, but it wasn't that long ago, her hair was totally different. Somebody was like, it looks like her hair, like she got in a fight, and maybe Heidi fought back, like, when we now know what the cause of death was. And so, like, it was a personal, this was a personal thing, you know.
Yeah.
And so um
So she was also Heidi was 5'3".
okay,
Heidi was 5'3". But she also um what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought.
you were saying she was bigger, she's also cause of death we were talking about.
Oh no, her hair, is that what you were
Her
saying?
hair. Yeah, her
Yeah,
hair.
in the mugshot.
Yeah.
So are you thinking that maybe the killing happened later than sooner? I
No.
mean, what is your
My
take
thought
on
is
that?
it happened the day of. It
Yeah.
happened the day she disappeared. Otherwise, yeah, otherwise, nah, it had to happen the day of. And I don't think, I don't know if it happened, I don't know if it happened. I feel like it didn't happen at that house. Um, I think that they're searching some different places in between. I think there's gonna be I think there's did you say there's only one suspect under arrest, or did you say, because I thought I heard that they have two suspects?
I heard there was another female in custody, but I haven't seen
Okay.
that like confirmed anywhere, but I did
Yeah.
read that.
Yeah. I haven't heard of female or male, but I have heard that they had two suspects. So but I don't think they were holding Chris. They didn't make it sound like that when the reporters didn't make it sound like they were holding Chris.
Oh.
And
So maybe
so,
he was totally oblivious.
well, yeah, I mean, he's gonna have some explaining, I would think, unless they did a search and found like a fake baby bump and they're like, no, she's been faking it. That's why he thought she was pregnant, you know? And so it, very well could come out that she had this ruse going and tried to keep up this ruse to that she was pregnant. And then all of a sudden she says, okay, I'm going to the birthing center for a couple of days. And she may have disappeared for a couple of days with Heidi. So in other words, she may have um done killed Heidi, maybe stayed at a hotel one night with the baby, and then, nights, and then came home with the baby. And then, next phase 3 years after, she's home with baby, and she tells him but, for a guy to I don't know if I saw a 3-week-old baby, or a 2-week-old baby and a newborn, you could mistake it. If you're not savvy, but if a 3-week came home and then she tried to pass off as a newborn to me, I think I would catch it. I don't know if every guy would catch it. So
Yeah,
I'm just
probably not.
yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Probably not.
yeah. So it's just one of those things that's confusing to me on how she was home for a few days with the baby and this guy didn't realize anything. And so,
So someone just asked in chat if they had been watching her, or how did they know that, did they release how they knew about her
well, it
and were
sounds,
led over there?
oh, well, no, CPS came. CPS got there. But then I also heard a report that the cops showed up and this girl was outside and they held her and then they got a search warrant. But something happened. There was a call to
Earlier in the day yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, there was a call. CPS was called. And now maybe CPS showed up, did a visit, and then left, and they called the cops, you know? And
Yeah.
maybe CPS called the cops, and then once the cops showed up, they detained her, got a warrant, and that's the other thing that had to happen, because with a newborn, the cops don't want to make a mistake and that baby really be Megan's. And then they try to snatch that baby from Megan. And then all of a sudden they come back and say, oh my goodness, um, um, this is not Heidi's baby. So, this isn't Margot. And so if they had to be careful when before they made those announcements or before they came out with that stuff, because just the ramifications if they were wrong. And so, I think once they found Heidi, it they knew they were holding off until they could inform the family and inform the proper people. But
Yeah, I've heard two different stories. I've heard that Chris Green was the one that called, but then I've also heard that the police were there first and they brought CPS in
okay,
to take care of the baby situation. So I don't know. It's neither one
so
has been confirmed.
yeah, and we might not get that info because, like I said, this girl's been in the system before. So because she has a felony charge, this makes strike 2 for her. So like in the and it may make strike 2, 3, and 4. And in the state of Texas, strike 3 is boom, 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 you're up the river. 3 felonies and you're up the river forever. And so she's working into forever. She's already into forever right now. But because she's a prior felon and because she's been in the system, she may take a deal. And especially if there's someone else involved, and she may, or the someone else involved might take the deal and may just rat the story out on her. So
Hey, Jacqueline in chat is going to give you a call,
okay,
and if you can play the call on speaker,
yeah,
she's going to talk to you about an interview that happened today.
okay. She's been texting me right
Oh,
now.
okay.
She must have got permission from you.
She did.
Uh,
She did. She's like, let me call D-Wop and tell him about this interview. So I
yeah,
said,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
So call me. It's You're gonna have to give me a call now. Yeah, she texted me and I didn't even say anything about that text. Um, and I was like, I don't know who this lady is, but
I
go
want to
ahead.
hear what she's got to say. She's got something to say about
Here she comes.
she
Yeah,
calling?
you're
All
live
right.
with Jay and Dad with the phone.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Doing good.
Hi, thanks for letting me call in. They had it was ABC 13 from Houston. Today I was looking through their videos and they had like a really short clip. They must have did a pretty good interview with Tim Miller from Equifax. He had Megan had called him and he said he was on the phone for 45 minutes with her and you'll see the clip. Jay could pull it up. And he talks about how she was so concerned about, about her, about, Heidi and everything. And she even said at the end, if I think of anything else, would it be all right if I call you? And he said, yeah. He said, no problem. Give me a call. Well, he said, and then to turn around and find out that I was on the phone with this woman for 45 minutes. And, she was so honest. She sounded so, like genuine. And out that he was shocked. He was shocked to find out about this.
So who is this guy again? He's from
Tim Miller. I believe
he's the Texas Equisearch.
I believe.
Equisearch. So he's part of the.
Oh, I'm sorry, Equisearch. Yes.
He's part of the FBI Equisearch.
No. So Tim Miller. Tell her that I'm gonna talk for a second.
He could be.
Jay's gonna.
With the Natalie Holloway case.
Okay. Yeah. So he's worked on cases before. Yeah. Jay's gonna explain who.
Yeah. Tim Miller actually lost a daughter back in the 80s. And that's what made him start this search group, and now it's blown up, and he's worked on a lot of high profile cases. So
Gotcha.
he actually lost his daughter to a murder.
Yeah, we'll let her know, and we'll see if we can pull that clip up. So Jay, you might see if you can pull that clip up. Have you seen that clip?
I have not. So what channel did she say it was on? ABC?
Yeah, I think she
13?
said ABC. Oh no, let me see. She tells me right here. It's on ABC 13 Houston. Yeah. And so yeah, if you pull that up and play it, I can mute my mic, and then we can listen. And
I'm looking for it right now.
And so we'll listen to what he says. That's going to be crazy. He talked to her for. He talked to her for
4. Yeah. See,
he should have done what I did and record all that.
No shit. She was reaching out to everybody.
Man, I wish I could have got him. I should have. If I would have known, I would have called her just to talk to her, because she would have talked to any of us.
I know.
Because she'd want to get that story out there.
Yes, you're so right. I asked Carissa last night. I'm like, do you think we can call Megan? She's like, I don't think I want to call her right now, because like everything was going down. I'm like, yeah, probably not a good idea.
I would have.
I know you would have.
I wish we could get. Maybe we can get Chris's number. Maybe we can get Chris's number, and figure out what the hell.
Yeah. I don't know if Chris is gonna talk.
Yeah, he might not, because he may be.
He's going to be a witness.
Yeah, he's going to be cooperating with law enforcement, and law enforcement may have told him not to talk to anyone.
Oh, I'm sure.
Golly, Equisearch. So
okay,
that's like
I found the video. Yeah, so he goes out and he has like tons of volunteers that help him. They go on foot, they go on ATVs, they go on horseback. I mean, he'll take all of his people and all of his equipment. He's got backhoes, he's got everything. And he was involved in the search for Kaylee Anthony.
Okay.
So that was one of the main high profile cases he worked on. But it's funny, I just saw a biography documentary on him, and I didn't realize that he lost his own daughter, and that was his driving force behind, starting up searches. And that was how he kind of, dealt with the loss of his daughter, was helping other people.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy. Poor guy. He became an alcoholic after he lost his daughter. And then he found, this way to kind of channel that energy. So pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to play that. I'm going to mute my mic. Y'all ready?
I was on the phone with her for like 45 minutes, to that point where I said, listen, I'm getting another call, I need to go. And she said, well, Mr. Miller, thanks for everything that you do. And she said, if I come up with anything else, can I call you? And I said, yeah, please do. And I can't believe how sincere she sounded. So then you know, and we got the news yesterday, and then went up there last night. It was just kind of scratching my head trying to figure out how in the world could this person sound so condemning and not being held on kidnapping and abuse of corpse charges. I don't know, it's still kind of like in shock. Well, I mean, Megan was actually, there was Heidi when Heidi had the baby. I mean, that's how close of friends they were.
Yeah. Did she say like anything about their friendship or how long they known each other?
They've been friends forever. I mean, they've been friends forever. They were friends when Shane and Heidi got together 10 years ago. So yeah, like I said, she kept me on the phone 45 minutes, and I thought that she truly was really being helpful.
You there, D-Wop?
Yeah, that's freaking crazy.
Yeah, I'd like to know what their 45-minute conversation consisted of. I mean,
Yeah. Well, his number can't be that hard to get. I'm here. Oh, now you're echoing.
I am? How about now? Should be better.
Yeah, I just had to kill my YouTube.
Oh, it was you.
It was me. Yeah, I was like, where the heck's that coming from? Yeah, that 45-minute phone call that they had, you know, has got to be crazy because most likely he probably heard the baby in the background too, you know.
Oh, I'm sure.
And
Sure.
so it's that's gonna be
It's really creepy. It's really creepy. It's creepy that her friend Carissa had to hear that baby too. That just,
oh my god.
I would think that probably Tim Miller, maybe he does record since he gets calls, you know, for people, you know, missing people and missing loved ones. And I mean, if I was him, I would record calls I get because he's got to share that with law enforcement, I imagine.
You would think.
Because he's not affiliated with law enforcement. He's his own little nonprofit and he works alongside with law enforcement, but he's not law enforcement.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's super creepy. That she had the gall to call this man who has all of these volunteers out there looking for this woman when she knows she's in the trunk of her car.
Jeez, she's just trying to stay on top and get
Horrible.
where you know, make sure she's being guilty, right? That's what a guilty person does. Try to stay on top of what's happening.
Yeah. Yep. Just like Oni did. Oni did the
Oh.
same thing. He
Oh,
did. Hi, Oni. I know you're watching, Oni. Mwah, mwah.
He's probably in here right now.
Oh, you know he's in here. That's why everybody in chat was going, hi, Oni. He's always in here.
Have y'all got all his accounts? Y'all got his accounts labeled down?
He keeps making new ones, but that's all right.
Jay, have you watched Don't Fuck with Cats?
No, what's that?
Oh my God, you have to watch Don't Fuck with Cats on Netflix.
I've never heard of it. What is it?
Yeah, oh, it's sleuthing. It's the mother of all sleuthers. So there was this real rich, or not rich kid. There was this real like internet famous. He tried to make himself internet famous. I don't know. You'll have to watch the movie. I don't want to fuck it up for you. But
don't tell me too much.
I don't want to, but it's all about sleuthers. It's about this group of sleuthers that try to warn the cops before a murder goes down, and they fucking had video of the murder, and the cops didn't listen, and then sure enough, you know. So anyway, you got if you're out there, I don't endorse a bunch of Netflix documentaries, but damn it, I'm glad I hooked up. I mean, with the
real?
title. Yes, it's a true story. It's of internet sleuthers. This lady who works in Las Vegas, as she's over like the gaming in one of the major casinos, like over the gaming floor. She's the analytics for all the stuff. And at night she goes home and sleuths. And they got on somebody made a viral video of killing cats. And that was like, that's the joke, is she's like, the number one rule on the internet is you don't fuck with cats. because people will destroy you, you know? And so
That's where
they,
the name came from.
yeah, that's how it said, that's where the name came from. So anyway, I don't want to go off subject, but I just wanted to,
No, I'm definitely gonna have to catch that. I
yeah,
haven't
you
heard
can.
of it. And
Yeah,
people in
just,
chat are saying it's good.
oh yeah, it'll be so intriguing to you
Oh my god.
because of what we do,
Oh
you
yeah, for
know?
sure. Jenny
So it is,
Anderson said, "Oh wow, I just assumed it was about cats and wasn't interested."
oh yeah. Well,
That's
I
what
don't
I would
even,
have thought too. I would have been like, "Oh yeah, I'll pass
yeah,
it."
I don't even like cats at all. I don't like cats at all. But you don't mess with cats and post videos on the internet or people will kill you or they will come after you.
Interesting.
And
Yeah.
so,
So it's a
yeah.
It's a three-parter.
Yeah, it's a 3 part, so it's a mini doc. You're gonna binge watch it, so
I am.
just get your popcorn out. It's 3 hours. It's like 3.5 hours or something, so it's not bad. And for the sleuthing community, um, it is pretty good. It's pretty awesome. So anyway, that's a whole another subject. So
Yeah, I'm totally gonna probably watch that tonight.
yeah. Oh, you will definitely enjoy it. You're gonna text me and be like, oh man. So because it's a cool thing. The other I just I'm sure a lot of people have watched this, but I just watched another one too. I mean, I don't know why I got offline yesterday crying. I was torn up. I didn't know
Well,
what
if
to do.
I treated me like you did, I'd cry too.
Ooh.
I'm just messing with you. I know it was very it was a very emotional night, really.
Well, and everybody wait, well, you even said, like you said, I'm gonna have to eat crow. But I think for a second, you don't have to. I don't. The only thing the only reason I was concerned, the only reason I'm concerned about any of that stuff with the Shane deal is because Margot's gonna grow up and
Hmm.
Margot's gonna have the opportunity to search videos and watch videos about
Right, right.
what happened. And so I just worry about that.
Yeah, and I understand that. And, it's funny that you say that because I have tried to talk to people about the same thing about Chris Watts' niece and nephew, his sister's kids. No one
Okay.
takes them into consideration. And the fact that, they're hidden from YouTube. They have to protect them from all of this shit. And they asked, please stop. Like they were making lives about his sister's kids and his sister, and it's the same
Oh,
thing. It's intrusive, it's wrong, but no one wanted to hear that because it was about the Watts family, right? Because they all hate the Watts family. But it's the
yeah.
same
Well,
concept, is it not? Is it not the same concept? Those children didn't do anything wrong,
except that, yeah, yeah. That well, but they
That's
weren't
their
necessarily.
uncle.
Yeah, they weren't necessarily. They were and they weren't. I don't know how far removed you have to be until you're not a victim. Were they victims of Chris Watts? Is what you have to ask yourself. Do they
Absolutely.
see?
His whole family was. Yep.
So yeah. So if they see themselves as victims, or if you see them as victims, then you should never talk about them, or you should never mention them. I'm
Right.
not telling you not to go after Chris Watts. Chris Watts made his own bed, and so um you know the same thing with Kaylee. Kaylee's gonna get up and watch videos and at some point she's gonna watch videos about what people said about her dad. And but her dad did this. And so it's one thing to go down the family tree and talk about that. And that's why, you have to keep a separation. Or I think there should be a separation between harassing family and going after trying to get interviews with family and doing all that stuff. The news is trying to do that. Everybody else is trying to do it. So if that's the way a sleuther rolls, then go for it. I'm not here to tell anybody how to do their thing. I just started thinking about the things that I had listened to, the chats that I had seen, the you everybody, just everybody, anyone who was doing it. And a lot of people picked this case up, people I'd never even heard of, like on the internet. All of a sudden I did a search, trying to find stuff on YouTube about this case, and all of a sudden there's just video after video of YouTubers I've never heard of them, and a lot of them got a lot of subscribers and different things. And then all of a sudden this new info comes out, and I'm like, man, dude, a lot of people did a lot of videos about Shane because they did that interview. We had those interviews to dissect, and so everybody dissected those interviews, and even I did it. And so it's a it's just something to think about. I mean, it's a learning. It's not that anyone did anything wrong. It's just a learning. For me, it's a learning process. Other people might say, "Oh, I don't need to learn anything. I got this sleuthing thing down, and I'm going to do my thing."
See,
But
I
for me,
don't. I'm
since I
always
saw
learning.
everybody do the case, yeah, no, and I don't think you're that way. I just think there's going to be some people that are like, "Fuck it, we're just going to do our thing. It doesn't matter."
Yeah, they don't take those things into consideration.
Yeah, but those are the people that aren't talking to people. I mean, they're not necessarily talking to the families.
They're
And
just
talking
talking about it.
about it. Yeah, they're just talking about it. And so,
Yeah, when
um,
you get involved in a family with a family, it changes your entire outlook. It has to. It has to.
absolutely. And so,
And that's why everybody kept getting on me last night. I kept muting. She kept, her friend kept asking me to mute because she wanted to tell us things. And everyone was like, "That's rude. Why are you muting?" Well, this is this girl's best friend. Like, this is real. Like, this isn't just a YouTube live to her. This is her best friend.
yeah. And
So
that's why, like, yeah, doing live videos, because remember when we did, like, at least, and for me, I know for me in the Kelsey Barrett case, I didn't do any live interviews. I pre-recorded them all. I edited them a little bit because I didn't want names. And I know you did the same thing with Kelsey's friends.
mhm,
And so it wasn't like you went live with Kelsey's friends during that whole case. You pre-recorded and then put it up there. And
mhm.
maybe they called in or something one time or whatever. But I think most of the time you did a pre-recording.
Yeah, we did a pre-recording and then we did a live after where she
Yeah,
could
like
answer questions.
yeah. And so
I just want everybody to know that I was just trying to be as like respectful as possible because I was completely caught off guard when she said, "Oh my God, that's her friend Megan's house." It was crazy.
oh yeah. At that point, well, that's how all of us are, because then it was everybody was going, "Oh man, this," but it made sense
Yeah.
because for the last 3 days, I'm sitting here saying, "How did someone get her out of the apartment complex with a baby, no screaming, nobody heard nothing, nobody
Yeah.
saw nothing?" It's because it was somebody she trusted. It was
Someone
somebody
she
who was
knew.
experienced. This is somebody she trusted, not someone she knew. This is someone that was in the hospital room with her when she gave
Oh my
birth.
God, that girl probably held the baby, like was one of the first people to hold the baby.
Absolutely, absolutely. And probably in her sick ass freaking mind, she was already running through a scenario on how she was going to get that baby.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, there's a big difference between, and even like the girl you were talking to, where she's a friend, but she's in Fort Worth, which is even farther away, way farther away than Houston is from Austin. And uh, and even though she's a close friend, you could tell there were still things she didn't know. Like, she didn't know who, she knew Megan, but she didn't know who, or she knows who Megan was, but she didn't really know Megan. And then, or she knew enough about Megan that she knew that that was her house. And
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah, so you look at this and you're like, maybe this whole circle that's tied, but who else was in the room when Heidi gave birth? Was it just Megan and Heidi's mom? Was it, who else was that close to Heidi? And so it's crazy that it turns out to be someone who is that close.
Yeah, she
But
heard that
again,
name and she just said, "Oh my God, that's her friend." Because I was like, "Does this sound familiar? Does this road sound familiar?" Then I pulled up the video of the house. I said, "Does that look familiar? Do you know that house?" She's like, "No, no, no." Then when
the
the
guys,
sleuthers got the names, she was like, "Oh my God."
Christopher Green, and she was like, "That's what's her name's boyfriend."
And then they said Megan. Yeah, because Megan's
Yep.
name came up too,
Oh,
tied to
Megan's
that
name.
address. And she
I
said, "Oh
gotcha.
my God." She said, "That's her girlfriend from camp that she met years ago."
Well,
So
but didn't she meet her at camp too?
I don't think they met at church camp. They met, or no, they were at church camp together.
Yeah, she said that at
But
the beginning of the interview.
yeah, but Carissa didn't continue the friendship with Megan like Heidi did. They kind
Okay,
of
so
continued their friendship, and it was separate from Carissa's friendship. Like Carissa didn't hang out with this Megan.
No, but what Chris is saying is that they both met at church camp, because she met Heidi at church camp and Megan met Heidi at church camp, correct?
Yes, I believe
Okay.
so. If I understand correctly, yes.
That's what I thought I heard at the beginning of your conversation, was that she explained that she met. By the way, I only left your conversation because the audio kept freaking out, and then you took off, and then you had like 6 people on the panel, and so, and not that
Whatever, D-Wop. Whatever. My audio last night was a shit show.
it was a shit show. I'm just letting you know.
It was awful. I won't lie. It was horrible. For some reason, when I wanted to use Streamlabs tonight, but I can't hear people. I don't know what I've got wrong, but I can't. Everybody in the audience can hear, like they could hear you, but I wouldn't be able to hear you. You could hear me. I just can't hear you.
Have you updated Google Chrome?
I don't know.
Because
Not knowingly.
Yeah. So in the last couple of days, I had to update Google Chrome to get my audio working right.
Oh, really? I'll try that.
Yeah. But Streamlabs gave me a warning and it said update your audio or update Google Chrome.
Oh, okay.
I did that and then it fixed it.
Because you shouldn't have to do any special settings for that, right?
No, because they're coming into your Streamlab, and so you guys should just be talking normal.
It should be just clicking live, like.
Yeah, it should just be. I mean, the only thing is if make sure your audio is not muted in Streamlab, but that was it.
Right, but nothing to do with the multi-output or anything like that.
No, it shouldn't have anything because it's all a web-based.
Yeah,
it's in a.
I'll have to update my browser then and see if that helps, because it sure is easy using that when you have a panel.
I love it.
I love it too.
Panels. The one thing that I don't like is that I can't bring audio in on a media clip I have on the computer.
You can though.
How do you have to throw it into Google Chrome though?
Oh, if you do an application share, I think you can do it.
I've tried to do the application share and I just don't, the audio doesn't seem to work. I've just been dropping them into a browser window.
Yeah.
And they seem to
work.
A lot.
Yeah. If you're going to be sharing audio and pictures, it's a lot easier to use OBS. Yeah. But just for talking, I love it because there's no prep.
And I love the banners that you can. I love being able to bring up the actual chats into the video.
Yeah, me too. I like that part.
And when I'm ripping off video, I can normally cover the lower third from the. I like that.
D-Wop secrets.
Yeah, you got to cover that lower third, so then 20 years from now, your video, you're like, oh yeah, I uploaded that video. But now we're just talking bullshit. We're talking
someone said, do you guys know you're live talking about Google Chrome?
Yeah, I know. Hey,
we know.
We don't care. You're still here though. So how do you think Megan did this?
Well, okay, so I wanted to share this with you because I don't know if you know this. Back in January, Megan was selling a crib on Facebook Marketplace.
January? Okay.
Yeah, she was selling a crib. So that's what made me kind of wonder, was she pregnant and lost the baby?
Those are the rumors that I've heard, is that they were both pregnant. And then because the neighbor even said that. The neighbor said she thought they were trying to have a baby. And so I have a feeling that she at some point in her, maybe it was them together. I mean, I would love to see if Heidi and Megan, were coming up pregnant together. And then at some point, I wonder if Megan had a miscarriage and snapped. Mm-hmm. And that's when this diabolical plan started. Mm-hmm. At some point, she didn't just wake up and be like, I'm going to go kidnap Margot, and I don't understand. We're never going to understand this unless you're psycho, because I don't understand how she even thought this was possible. Like, even how did you think she
was going to get away with having this baby?
Yeah.
Like, what was she going to do with Heidi? That's what I was wondering. Like, she had her in the trunk. What was she going to do with her?
Well, yeah, it's a question we don't know.
Did she have a plan for that? And secondly, her online baby registries all had like boy clothes This was made December 1st. It was all baby boy clothes or like, gender neutral stuff. But she told Carissa that she had a baby girl and its name was Luna, but she never sent any pictures of the baby.
Of course she did.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
But it was
man.
weird to see her online registries because it was all boy stuff, like little boy crib shoes, little boy outfits. I mean, it was clearly boy stuff, and then like the gender neutral like onesies and stuff like that. But what was she gonna do? Was she thinking, oh, maybe I'll put the baby in boy stuff and say I had a boy, and then changed her mind? I don't know. That's weird to me.
Well, the whole
She
thing
had
is
fucking baby registries. No one bought shit. It all said 0 bought.
Well, yeah, because she was never really pregnant. She might not have ever been really pregnant, especially if the baby registry only started December 1st. Because the December 12th, this thing goes down, and so
Kind of last minute if you're about to have a baby to put your registry up.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, is that when she came up with the plan?
Yeah.
It's weird because I'm interested to know what Chris says. Like, if Chris told the cops, oh yeah, she got pregnant, she was pregnant and she got pregnant at this date, right? Because that's what I'm interested in knowing. Like, what's that story that she had going? There's people have done crazier shit. There's on the somehow I went down some rabbit hole the other day where like there's a lady who's faked having cancer and she got in trouble. And she raised all this money and she faked having cancer. There's a couple,
yeah. What's her name? Gypsy. Oh no, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, anyway, there's a lady who faked having cancer and got all this money. There's a guy who was a Twitch streamer who his whole shtick was he was in a wheelchair. And then one day his stream was running and he stood up. But his girlfriend was all in it and shit. Like she was in on the gag too. And they had gotten money sent to him to buy new wheelchairs and new shit. And so like because of online, people try to scam people all the time. I don't know how you get a baby though in a known circle. Like, I understand if Megan is a total random stranger and kidnaps Heidi and Margot and then tries to pass off the baby as her own, and she has no ties to Heidi whatsoever. But to be Heidi's best friend, to be in the delivery room, to be that close to her, and then do this and think in some way
you're going to get away with it.
It just makes like it is a true case that she could end up pleading insane, and all of us would go, yep, she was insane, but because of the planning, it might not be a crime of insanity, and so, but something's not right.
Yeah, I'm looking at this article on KHOU 11, and it says that Megan pretended to be pregnant at the same time as Heidi, according to law enforcement.
They're gonna have a fucking baby bump, and I'm gonna have to eat shit.
She owns a fucking baby bump pillow. I'm telling you, they probably have it as evidence. Because I'm telling you, this is what happened. So this is what Carissa said.
I'm gonna have to eat my freaking.
You so are. I think for Christmas, DWAP needs a baby bump.
A baby bump.
And then we're gonna make you wear it live.
Oh my god.
For a whole live stream, at least for an hour.
I'm gonna say Dad with a phone's pregnant.
Dad with a phone's pregnant. Dad with a phone is carrying twins.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I think that because Carissa said when Heidi was in labor and Megan went to the hospital, that was the first time, and Heidi told her this, that was the first time she had seen Megan pregnant. So she hadn't really hung out with Megan, during the whole, when they were both pregnant. That was the first time she saw her pregnant. So I'm assuming, dude, she was wearing a damn baby bump because Heidi was like, she was, physically you could tell she was pregnant. So she had something up in her hoodie.
Oh my goodness.
Beth Wade said dad with a pregnancy.
Wasn't there like a movie where a guy was pregnant? I don't remember.
Dude, this reminds me of a Lifetime movie. I swear to God, I saw a Lifetime movie that had this plot. It had this plot.
You know, like just maybe it was I thought it was Dear Kelsey's this 2018, but it might have been 2017. Up in Lafayette, Colorado, a woman cut a baby out of another pregnant woman, trying to steal her baby.
Mm-hmm.
And the woman lived, but the baby died. And so, I mean, and I pulled up that trial the other day and was looking at it, and I was like, this is. And you and I were talking last year when the mom and dad put the kid in the dog kennel, then cemented him and put him in the storage unit. And that happened in Denver.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
people are crazy.
You know, it happened in Chicago over, I think it was late winter. There was a girl that was pregnant. She was doing swaps on Facebook to sell baby stuff and buy baby stuff. And she got lured. She got lured to this lady's house and she was killed and her baby was cut out of her.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we followed that one a little bit. It was crazy. But this was a stranger.
When you have sensitive skin,
You know, this wasn't someone that knew her.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
what makes it even more bizarre is that this is one of her best friends.
Yeah. Sandra asked why in chat, she just asked, why do I think the charges are the way they are? And she has been charged with one count of tampering with a corpse. She's been charged with 2 counts of kidnapping. But she hasn't been charged with murder. Now, in my opinion, we're going to see that murder charge added pretty quickly now that they have confirmed
The cause of death?
Yeah, the cause of death and the DNA results of who they are. And so we're going to see that murder charge get added. The question will be, if in fact they have another person in custody, how does that person play into this? What was that person's role in this?
Well, see, that's where I wanted to kind of go in the rabbit hole with you.
Okay.
So it kind of came out last night that, you know, Heidi and correct me if I'm wrong, somebody in chat, I know you will, was it Heidi and Megan that had the relationship, or was it Heidi and Rachel, her friend Rachel? There was a lesbian relationship.
That's what I thought, right? That's what I thought I heard in your chat the other day, last night.
Yeah,
and when I said something about that, because the friend was talking about it.
Yes.
It wasn't just you guys talking about it. So yeah, so I
No,
heard
it was
that.
the friend, and she said, you know, she does have a past.
Yeah, so I heard that, and I repeated it, and then I almost got slaughtered for it. They're like, Megan wasn't gay or Heidi wasn't gay. And I was like, no, I'm not. I don't know. I don't even care. I'm just telling you what her friend said, you know? And I got slaughtered for it because I thought, well, maybe this was because when I look at that picture, I mean, Megan's a little butch. She could be, you know what I'm saying? She could be, but she lives with her boyfriend, you know? And so, and she's pregnant and all this stuff. So, do you think, okay, so what you're getting at with that question is, was the other person
like a lover of Megan's?
A lover of Megan's or a lover of,
I'm thinking of Megan.
Of Megan's. It's like a second part. So that is interesting.
It is. There's so many weird avenues.
Well, you better start working on this discovery, girl, because we're gonna need the discovery.
Yeah,
we're gonna
sure.
We're gonna need the confession tapes.
Well, I'm excited to talk to Megan's friend to kind of ask them these questions. You know.
Yeah, I bet.
We'll see.
The old juicy flavor on the old bull dyke.
Yeah, she's
Man.
nasty looking, man.
Did you see her in the court? They had her on court TV and like this closed circuit court. She didn't even lift her head once. They said only when she walked up to the thing and it was a few seconds and then out. She had her head down the whole time in court.
Oh, hold on. I'm being screamed at in chat. Jay, what? Do I have that wrong?
Oh.
You guys are saying that Shane dated Rachel. Oh, somebody just tweeted the baby was found in in a baby swing.
Give me one sec.
Okay. I thought I could have sworn that they said she was bisexual and she had kind of dabbled in that. Rachel is an ex of Shane, and Heidi and Rachel were still friends. Okay, I heard something totally different. But I'm trusting you, Melissa, because you've been the one conversing. But I could have sworn she said.
I'm coming. I'm putting my headphones back on.
Didn't Carissa also say Rachel dated Heidi, but they remained friends? Yes. I could have sworn.
All right, what'd you clear up now?
Okay, so there's some, I don't know. Melissa's saying that no, it was Shane dated Heidi's friend Rachel. But Rachel and Heidi remained friends even though they dated. But I did hear something about bisexual. I heard it.
She totally said that.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go back and just listen to that first part of because that was at the very first of your deal, wasn't it?
In the very beginning, yes.
Well, rip that bitch up and let's have a little replay.
All right. Because I could have sworn, and there's a lot of people in chat that are saying they heard it too.
Yeah, I think it was right at the beginning, and because I don't want to replay. We don't have to replay your whole thing, but because I made a comment about it. I was like, oh, that's a new. Remember I said something like, I made a chat about it. That like woke me up when I heard that, and I was like, oh, that opens up options. Like there's an option to for different motives out there. That's the way I looked at it. I was like, oh, if there's a third lover involved, then there's option. There is options. Now I don't know how recent that was.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure on the recentness, but I can tell you that everything is recent when it comes to their relationship because they've known each other since kids. So everything that's happened is at least relevant to these two. But that VH test, let's review it. Prepper says, put that VHS.
No, and I assume with any other moving company, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know, but I remember the bisexual comment because I made a comment about it.
She actually,
and I remember asking,
he was telling her
that's
about
going to open up like motive options
in the
for
car,
people.
And
If there's something like that is in play. But I'm interested.
I don't know how far into it was.
Well, yeah, because you had all those audio problems. I don't even know.
Well, no, listen. I cut out. I trimmed my video from most of the audio problems, so those are gone. Okay. But I don't know how far in.
Well, just put Casey on it or something.
Yeah, can Casey, are you here?
Well, one of you
sleuthers play the video, find the minute mark.
Yeah.
Where she talks about that relationship.
We're trying to entertain here. We can't be searching videos.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that.
We got 1,000 people watching. One of those people can take a second. So, hey, mad props on 1,000 viewers live.
I know, right?
That's not even a small room. That's a big comedy room right there. You got 1,000 seats in the house tonight, and I guarantee you that's bigger than any That's just about bigger than any auditorium here in Woodland Park. I couldn't get an audience of 1,000 people. There's not a room big enough in Woodland Park for me to have an audience of 1,000 people, unless I go to one of the churches. And I don't think they're going to let me.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome that we can do this.
Yeah, that's a huge stage right now, Miss J. 1,050 people watching. Why the hell we only got 273 thumbs up though? Bunch of lazy bums. Can't y'all at least give a thumbs up or a thumbs down if that's what you want to do?
Yeah, if you don't like me, put a thumbs down.
Yeah, Give us a couple extra thumbs down. But geez, 276, and we got 1,000 people watching. Y'all gotta do better than that. Come on.
Okay, so it says it's where you first showed pics of Megan and the Chris dude.
Oh, so that should be easy.
Okay,
to
let me
find.
see.
How about that other Chris guy that showed up from Denver? Now that's not Chris Green. I'm talking about that Chris. He was the one like bashing Shane, like online, social media, bashing him. Like,
Oh, Chris Hurst.
Chris Hurst. Who's that cat?
Melissa, who is Chris Hurst again?
I want to get Chris Hurst on. I want to have a chat with him live. Because he has some vendetta, or he was either had some vendetta, or he
was he the one writing those posts?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
See, and part of me thought that was the girl's boyfriend, because his name was Chris too, and I had to go back and like double check, because I was like, man, that Chris dude was attacking Shane crazy like, and then.
So this is the guy that was friends with. Okay, we got the lowdown on Chris.
Okay.
Chris was friends with Heidi, but Carissa said he was a little bit odd, and seemed a little bit like obsessed with her. And she talked to Heidi about it. Heidi said, "No, he's harmless. You know, he's just a nice guy. He's a little strange, but he's harmless."
Yeah. So there was a post that I found online from a bar in Denver, and the bar was on the bar's webpage, and they freaking just roast that dude. They're like, this dude is a psychopath, crazy mother effer, blah 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 blah. And then when this thing went down, I saw some comments between people who knew him, and they were like, yeah, he's down in Texas, and they thought he had something to do with Heidi's disappearance. And so because of the obsession, but he definitely is he's an interesting
He's
cat.
something else. Yeah,
and he doesn't like Shane.
All of them, we do know that they apparently searched all of their apartments.
I don't know who he was,
that's all we
but
know.
I thought about it, and I would probably not be good for me to have him, because he would probably just try to go after Shane.
Wait a second. Sandra, who said that Megan and her boyfriend had 2 separate bedrooms? I think Hurst is the same guy that sent the YouTuber that email. Pretty sure. All right, let's play this video and see if
you find it.
I don't know. I'm gonna play it and see.
Let's play it. See. Somebody said 118. Somebody said 118.
Oh,
Jay.
For real?
Yep. Michelle Hill says 118.
Well, then I gotta believe Michelle.
She does have a
118. It was that early on. 1 hour 18, or 1 minute 18. Got to be 1 hour.
Yeah, she said 118, so I bet it's 1 hour 18 minutes.
Okay, let's start at 118.
Yeah, that looks about right, actually.
All right, here we go.
This I figure people will ask after listening to this about Rachel. Rachel is somebody that she saw, that she was talking to in between the bad times and stuff. And she loved her, and Rachel loved her back, and Rachel loved her son and loves her son. We all love her son. But, I mean, that was one thing, too, that people were just assuming. And there's nothing that we're hiding, like we said. It got asked to me earlier, and I just hadn't gotten back to anybody on Facebook, where, oh, is that the ex-girlfriend? Yes. Like, there's some things, too, that people didn't know about her. And, I mean, as people have outed it, it's kind of come as it's gone. Like, I'm like, okay, yes, she had a past.
And that doesn't
change the fact that
doesn't
negate the friendship, their friendship. Yes, and it doesn't change the fact that she's missing. It doesn't change the fact that.
Yeah, there you go.
We want, like I said, we want justice for the both of them. I'm hoping for the best. I hope that my best friend, I get to hug her as soon as I can.
We hope so too.
I would like to hug her in the next 10 minutes.
We hope so too. I hope that you get some answers very soon.
Yeah. So we knew what we heard.
Yeah.
So Rachel and oh, I need to mute this because I'm talking. So we heard exactly what we thought we heard. Jay, you there?
I think so. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
some
no,
people in
that's
chat are like, no, that was Shane's ex.
no, these people we're talking to this she's talking to I don't know what you guys have confused through social media back and forth, whatever. What I just heard was that Heidi and Rachel had a relationship in the off and on times, off times that Shane and her were on and off. I guess it doesn't matter, but that's what that lady said. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But that's what that lady
And
was.
yeah, and she was nervous and she was upset, so it could have come out the wrong way. So I don't want to like say, etched in stone that this
No,
happened,
no,
but
well, no, but it's not.
that's what I got from it. And I got from it
Yeah,
I got that from it last night.
yeah, and
And
I
I got
did
it from
too.
it today, listening to it again. So I don't know. I guess maybe when she said they loved each other, they were still friends, is maybe what I don't know.
Oh. No, and maybe she didn't mean anything. Maybe it wasn't any sort of sexual thing. Maybe it was simply like they were just really, really close girlfriends, and they were always together, and they were.
But why would she say, yeah, she has a past?
Well, okay, and that was the thing is that she called her the ex-girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
She called her Heidi's ex-girlfriend. So I don't think we're confused in what we understood she said, and I don't think she was confused in what she was saying. Whether or not it's true, I don't know. We're just going by what the friend says. And
Mm-hmm.
and there's no reason that friend would make that story up about Heidi. It's not like she's going to that wasn't the way it would came up. She came out very natural as saying, "Oh yeah, they were close and you know,
And she had a past, and
yeah,
she's not
play
like
it.
everybody has a past.
Can you play it one more time?
Yeah.
Just from that 118, that little segment again. We'll listen to it one because I actually came in just a hair late.
All right. Here we go.
So emotional. I mean, that's like Caressa said, and the first thing I thought when I saw the first little clip, that's real emotion.
Right.
And I mean, I don't know if anybody's asking this, but I figure people will ask after
Yeah, go
listening to this
ahead.
about Rachel. Rachel is somebody that she saw, that she was talking to in between the bad times and stuff. And she loved her, and Rachel loved her back, and Rachel loved her son and loves her son. We all love her son. But I mean, that was one thing too that people were just assuming, and there's nothing that we're hiding. Like we said, it got asked to me earlier, and I just hadn't gotten back to anybody on Facebook. Where, oh, is that the ex-girlfriend? Yes. Like there's some things too that people didn't know about her, and I mean, as people have outed it, it's kind of come as it's gone. Like I'm like, okay, yes, she had a past.
Well, that's what I got from it. So
Oh, wait, maybe I understand this differently now.
what?
Now well, let me kill this YouTube, but I do understand this differently now. This she is saying out loud that people are going to go, isn't Rachel the ex-girlfriend, Shane's ex-girlfriend? And she said yes. Like she kind of mixed her words there. I'm totally understand now when I reheard
Is
it
she saying
differently.
that Heidi or that Shane dated Rachel, but even so, her and Heidi still loved one another as friends? They
Either
continued to
she's
be friends.
no, I still think she's saying yeah. Maybe she is saying that. And when she did make the ex-girlfriend statement, she was making it. Maybe we just it sounded like she was talking about her as Heidi's ex-girlfriend. It also sounds like she brings it out that Rachel and Heidi had something, but yes, it is Shane's ex-girlfriend. In other words, it doesn't take away that Rachel and Heidi may have had something. I think at the end she was just clarifying, aren't people going to say, "Oh, isn't that Shane's ex?" And she said, "Yes, it was Shane's ex-girlfriend, but Rachel and Heidi were close and they loved each other." And
Okay.
so that's kind of how I still think I take it the right way, but I think when she actually says the ex-girlfriend comment, she is clarifying to the crowd that
Heidi dated,
yes,
or that
that
Rachel dated
Shane.
Shane. Okay.
But they were still so, and maybe the girl that's talking to her can just text her and say, "Hey, we're just trying to clarify," and this has nothing to do, but
Yeah,
it
it
at the
doesn't
same
matter. It's
time,
just a piece of
no,
the puzzle.
yeah, it's a piece of the puzzle because the next question is, we think we think there's two girls. We think there's two girls in custody. We're
Right.
not we're not 100% sure, but the reason why this becomes a part of the puzzle is that if Heidi was bisexual, if she was, then it would lend a thing that, well, maybe Megan is bisexual, maybe Megan is what I'm not trying to start rumors or anything, but we're just trying to figure out if there are two people in custody, and if in fact two of those people are female, then and this girl's talking about Heidi maybe having a relationship with a female, it would give a little bit more clarity in some situations, especially if they were trying to steal this baby to have between a lesbian
Right,
couple
for them to have themselves.
have themselves. And so, if in fact that other person, and we don't know who that other person is, they're not saying that other person's Rachel that's arrested. We're not
No,
saying,
Rachel actually just did an interview yesterday.
okay, yeah, she was sitting at the table, right?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And so, but if in fact there is this other side of Heidi, good, bad, or indifferent, we're not talking about that. Why is there another female arrested? What was the motive for that baby? And was it in fact a lesbian relationship that they were trying to get a baby in? Speculation, but it's really around speculation of some of that conversation we heard. And now that we know that maybe there are two females in
Yeah,
custody.
that's what the rumor mill is saying, that there's another female in custody. But Melissa Bede clarified with Caressa that Shane was an ex of Rachel's.
Okay.
Okay. And
Did she
then
clarify the other statements though?
she said, from what I was told, people don't even know if another female is or was arrested. So that's rumor mill, like I said. But I don't know. I don't know about the other. I think Megan looks a little butch, to be honest. And I know people are like, "Oh, it doesn't matter. She's gay." Well, it kind of does matter, just because it adds another dimension to everything that's happening here. I mean, it's part of the story if that's true. So that's why we just want to get all the facts. We don't
Well, and that's
care
why,
who's
because
gay and who's not. I mean, that.
this isn't about gay or not gay. This is about, if it's two females that are stealing a baby, there's questions there. If it's another man, there's two people that have been arrested. That is fact. The question is the gender of those people, and they didn't make that clear. They have two suspects in custody, and we don't have the identity of the other suspect. They haven't even literally given the identity of Megan yet. They haven't given the identity of Megan. The reason we know that it was Megan was, one, you guys heard it last night on a live, but also the news, or the news ran the license plate of the car in the backyard because it was visible. They saw it from the helicopter. They run that license plate, and that license plate comes back to Megan. And so the car belonged to Megan. I thought the house actually belonged to Chris, and the information I got on the house, Megan's name never came up, but on the car, Megan's name for sure came up. You guys said that y'all found information on
Well,
the
I
house
think
that brought
I
Megan's
think her
name up.
name came up just associated with that address.
Yeah, and it could
Like
be
she
just
lives
associated.
there.
She
Yeah.
got mail there. She got mail there. She didn't own the house.
Exactly.
Associated.
Exactly.
Yeah, and definitely because her car is registered to her, and she would have had to put an address on her car registry, and so that car could have been the very easy. Hey, that's her address, and so. But then if Chris, her boyfriend, hasn't been arrested, multiple media conglomerates on site. So I'm not talking about internet or sleuth or any of that. Media people who it's their job, they get paid for it, have said 2 people have been arrested. I haven't heard the sex of either person.
Mm-mm.
We know that she was arrested, but the thing is early on this morning she was arraigned on traffic violations. She's in Houston. She was arrested in Houston on traffic violations. Austin put a warrant out for her arrest for the kidnapping and the messing with a corpse. And so she's actually charged out of Austin, but she'll have to get extradited from Houston down to Austin. This is the funny game of the legal system. Austin, that's why they expedited her extradition today when she went through traffic, and they were said, "Oh, we're just throwing all these away, honey. You're going to be busy for a while, and traffic is the least of your worries." So they literally dismissed all her traffic violations and said, "You're going down to Austin." Now, how long it takes they have up to legally they have up to 15 days to leave her in Houston before Austin has to come get her. It was under my impression, and from the information I was getting, that Austin was trying to get her as quick as Houston would release her, and that's why they ran her through the system today and went to court and got rid of all those traffic tickets. So now she's clear in Houston, but as soon as they clear her in Houston, and the booking out process, obviously they're not going to book her out, but the booking out process would have been, okay, let's run her background and see if she's wanted anywhere else before we release her. As soon as they did that, those warrants in Austin obviously would pop up. They know who she is. They know she has warrants. The judge has already set the bond. She's on a $600,000 bond, $400,000 bond, maybe. No,
I think
600.
400,000.
Yeah, 400,000 for so it's 300,000. It's 300,000 bond for the playing with a corpse. It's 50,000 a piece bond on the kidnapping charge, and so that's how they came up to 400,000. That's the breakdown of her bond, and so that's why they won't release her from Houston, because then Austin's going to extradite her. She'll get down to Austin, and that's when they'll drop those. Hopefully, they drop a murder charge on her. 600,000 total. Yeah, that's what I thought. 400,000 for the
and then the 100,000 for the
100,000
kidnapping.
a piece. Yeah, 100,000 a piece. That's the breakdown. So our bad. I thought if it was 400, it was the other way, but it's 600,000, 400 for the corpse, 100,000 a piece on kidnapping.
Rachel is interviewing right now on KH.
Bring that shit up.
All right, hold up.
Bring that shit
What
up.
channel is it? KHOU.
She's on the 9 o'clock news right now, or the 10 o'clock news, or whatever. She's on the 10 o'clock in Dallas.
Is it on Facebook or is it on? I don't know where it's at.
We just need the call letters, and I would go to their.
It's KHOU. I'm going to their Facebook too to see.
Yeah, just to double check.
I guess Tina's recording it if we missed it, but.
Oh, they said it's the one they streamed last night. So they're replaying her inner Rachel's.
Oh, the one from last night. Okay. Wait a minute. Is this a picture of who is this? Hold on, I'm gonna pull this pic up. Tell me who the hell this is.
Who the hell? What is?
Oh, never mind. That has nothing to do with. Never mind.
Is it me?
No.
Oh.
Is it me? I don't see anything on their Facebook.
Who is that? KHOU. That's a cop.
KHOU 11.
Yeah, Facebook changed their algorithm so they all come together now. That looked like Jenny.
1 hour ago it did. I know. I'm like, is that Megan? Stop. So it says baby Margot is now in foster care while police and CPS investigate, which a spokesperson said is standard procedure.
Yeah, that was an hour ago. They said that.
Yeah.
I hate that word foster. I got into an argument with someone today about foster care.
Why?
Because foster care carries the stigma. Like when I think about a 3-week-old baby and then you put her in foster care, I always think about like there's like 7 foster kids in the house, and there's this infant, but she's probably placed with a very specialized family for infants. And so it
When you
just
have sensitive
I don't like the word foster. I was whatever. So I don't know why, but
I wonder
I
how
was
long
like,
she's going
I
to be in
thought she was
foster
in the
care.
hospital. I think until they just clear or until they do they said
The
DNA
DNA.
test. Yeah, I think the DNA tests are in because one of the news reporters said that was how they were going to officially ID Heidi.
Wait, what? Wait, hold on.
What are you playing?
No, I'm not playing anything. I just got a text that I'm being talked about on the news.
Well, what's your live stream on YouTube is all jacked.
It is?
Yeah, you're like we're not up there. It's like
It's
your window still. Oh, they're talking about you on the news?
Yeah, but I don't
out.
know what news.
Watch out. Somebody send me the link. If they're talking about it, y'all send it to me because I want to cut that shit. Now we're just looking.
I'm just trying to find.
Don't you be reading your clippings right now.
KHOU, they're playing your footage. On the website or on. Because I don't freaking see it.
Whose footage?
I guess mine from last night. Oh, wait, maybe it's live.
Share abroad at no extra charge with everyone back home.
Let's play this.
With a little help from Google Fi, a phone plan by Google.
I'm confused too.
Oh
wait, here we go. Let's listen.
As far as Christopher Green, the man who owns this home, he hasn't been charged at this point, and apparently during that interview, Carissa told them that he was the baby's father, but of course still a lot in this investigation. Len.
Yeah, it's certainly a lot for police to work through tonight. Lauren, thank you.
They are talking about you.
Charges could be found in this case. You can get the very latest both on air and online at khou.com. There you can.
They
talk about
just
the weather
talked about so they probably broke it with you when she says, "Oh my God, that's Megan's house." Oh. Is that on YouTube? Is that on YouTube? That's on YouTube, right? Or no? So yeah, I think you can you should be able to. They said your name, J is for justice. So what they did is they went back and someone sent them your interview when Carissa says, "Oh my God, that's Megan's best friend," because you were doing that live when we found out. And then y'all must have been talking about her and they played that shit. Oh, that's what you told me to say. That's what you told me to say, right? Absolutely. That's what they just did. They just they just did it. They just cut away from it on that live. And it's, by the way, let's see, you're still up on the screen as the weatherman's up there. But whatever that video is, wherever you just went to, yeah. Okay, so it's a live deal.
Oh, I am muted. Sorry.
Well, We're muted.
I need a link because I don't know.
Oh no, I'm good. Oh, can you hear me, Jay?
I can hear you.
Okay, Jay, we can hear. They
Yeah,
said
I
they
was
can hear you.
muted for a second. I forgot I was muted.
Yeah, so I think what they did is that stuff that Carissa talked about, they wanted to play some of those because they very obviously Carissa, a verified friend of hers, that they didn't get that interview. And so they wanted to play some of your audio because she drops. I bet you actually dropped that was Megan's house before anyone knew.
Yeah,
because
before anybody. Yeah, for sure.
before they had run because of the way that went down.
That's totally what happened. No one knew whose house it was until.
Yeah, that's with social media. You kids are gonna have to come play with us, traditional media. You're gonna have to come over and talk to us. Jay ran that shit right into the top.
They knew it was Megan's house before anybody knew it was Megan's house.
Yeah, absolutely. As soon as y'all read the address and that girl and y'all got back to that that
Look at Amy's Justice League. J is for Justice. You are making all the news here in Houston.
Damn, girl. What?
I need to see it. I don't believe it till I see it.
Yeah, but don't be listening. No, I understand what happened, and we just caught that last little second of that clip. Right now, our live's about to shoot through the roof because everybody on their television is going to go look up who J is for Justice is, and they're going to come right to our live. So
this is crazy. So it says, Jessa B says, khou.com. It showed your YouTube with your logo or whatever. And then y'all talking about Megan and the baby, and Carissa saying, I even told her that the baby sounded cute.
She's talking about the phone call. They're using that phone call story that she said, I hear the baby in the background.
Yes.
Oh my God. That story we were talking about earlier.
Yes.
That whole thing. Shit, Jay. Hey, y'all just wait. Me and Jay may be somewhere in May. Y'all might want to get tickets.
Hey, sunny Florida.
Y'all know
I wish I could rewind that. I can't because it was a live.
Hey, they're going to post it. It'll be posted up.
All right. I'll chill. We'll see it later. I'm just excited, D-Wop.
You already know what they did, though. That's what's brilliant about this, because it plays right into what is actually happening in the world today. The internet is fastest source. The social media, the sleuther, the YouTuber, the Facebook Liver is the fastest source of information. So when people are like, what are your sources? Bitch, I am the source. That's what Jay can say tomorrow. when they're like, oh yeah, what are your sources? That's bitch, you heard it live, right? Because that's what's happening, is because we're able to get these interviews quick, and because they're more willing to talk to you on the phone, or there's somebody that's in Fort Worth that knows her, that because we have 6 billion people to draw from. The media down in Austin only can find friends in Austin, right? But the internet is worldwide, and every people that know her, it's brilliant. I love it. I'm going to do a whole damn podcast about it. Oh, it's brilliant.
Damn.
I'm so excited for you, Jay. Calm down. You're going to get it. You're going to have your highlight.
I know. But, it's like you work so hard and you do things, and then it's like, wow, really? Like,
but that's how it happens.
Media.
That's how it just happens, right?
Yeah.
That's how it happens.
If anybody has any information on who's mentioned me, like Picture Renee, if you could email me who that reporter is, I'll definitely reach out to them.
Well, you should be able to message the people back who took your footage, who called you or emailed you about your footage. All you should do is just say, hey, can you tell me where I can see where y'all used it? Since you already know they used it now.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. That's what you were talking about today when you said reporters are calling you?
Yes.
Yeah. So Jay told me we were texting back and forth when I was sucking up to Jay because I had talked bad about her.
You were sucking up bad.
How bad is that? The interview that we talked bad about goes on mainstream tonight.
That's karma, D-Wop. That's karma.
No, it's brilliant.
Karma for you.
Absolutely. What's karma for me? I'm on your show tonight. So.
Whatever. And you're wearing your hat too, so.
Nobody else has one of these.
They don't. So, that is exclusive.
That's a stitched hat. That's the real
I'll never forget when I ordered you that hat. I was like, I got to get this dude a J is for Justice hat.
Look at that.
You had to color that S in a little bit. I feel bad about that still, but
that's the silver. Didn't you want it silver?
I think it's just because it was the font that looks like the newspaper, but that's a cool hat.
It's one of my favorites.
Of course it is.
So
he's still in kiss ass mode, y'all. He's
still
baby bump.
She told me the only way I could come on this show tonight is if I poured this hat.
Okay,
on.
wait. I'm getting screamed at again. Michelle, what's up?
They're sending you links.
She's saying J.
Okay, so somebody saw it on KHOU 11. That's where someone saw it, was KHOU 11. So it'll end up on their video. I mean, it's going to end up on their YouTube. And oh God, this plays so much into my shit, girl. For May, I'm telling you, that's what I'm going to talk about. We're going to talk about this.
On KO, okay, on YouTube now, on K, what is it? What's the call numbers?
KHOU.
That's such a weird call number. I can't.
I know, right?
I cannot remember that because it's just it doesn't ring. Like
we have KOAA, KKTV.
Oh fuck! Here it is.
You got it.
All right, hold on. Let me pull it up here. What do you do?
Yeah, there it is right there. Y'all making fun of me?
All right, Heidi Broussard's friend shocked at charges 1 minute ago.
Charges were filed against.
All right, here it is, folks. I think. Hopefully. Shrink this a little bit. I hate when those screens are so big. Can you hear me, D-Wop? All right. Make sure we can see that. All right, here we go.
Firamuska today, but friends say they are shocked she's accused of having anything to do with it at all. Lauren Tallarico in Northwest Harris County tonight with that part of the story. Lauren?
Well, Len, last night before this whole thing started to unravel, one of her best friends, one of Heidi's best friends, was on a live podcast when she found out what was unraveling right here at Megan's home, and she couldn't believe it. Before the world knew, Heidi Broussard's life ended tragically.
This is Megan and Christopher here.
One of Heidi's best friends, Carissa Nolte, was a live guest on a podcast called J is for Justice.
I think they're just hopeful that she returns no matter what.
At the same time, information started rolling in about a search at a home on Bojack Drive. The hosts Googled the address.
There is a baby registry to the owners of that house. Megan, Humphrey, and Christopher Green have a baby registry.
Oh my God, that's Megan's house. Oh my God. Oh my God.
What?
That's Megan, her best friend that met her at church camp with me.
Carissa says they all met 24 years ago in Columbus, Texas. Heidi stayed close to Megan, but Carissa just reconnected with her since Heidi went missing.
I've talked to Megan every day, all day. She's been like sick over this. She just had a baby and she's breastfeeding.
This girl Megan just had a baby?
Yes.
How long ago?
Her name's Luna. She's 15 days old, 16 days old. Her and Heidi are best friends. She was there in the room when Heidi had Margot.
Did you see her baby?
I haven't seen pictures of her.
But it's a girl?
Yes.
Megan for sure, had a baby.
She said she told us she went to a birthing center and had her baby.
Throughout the interview, Carissa says Megan told her she's a wedding planner in Houston and her baby's name is Luna May. Although Carissa never saw the baby, she did hear her over the phone.
Oh, shit!
I even told her she sounded sweet.
As far as Christopher Green, the man who owns this home, he hasn't been charged at this point, and apparently during that interview, Carissa told them that he was the baby's father, but of course still a lot in this investigation. Len?
Yeah, it's certainly a lot for police to work through tonight, Lauren.
Wow. I don't even know what to say.
Bam! J is for Justice Magistrate. Hey, I got something to say. Suck on that, bitches. Y'all know
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Smoke that today, kids.
Wow.
You know That was directly to you special folks out there. Directly to your special folks. Oh, brilliant.
Yes, they did ask to use it. No, I didn't ask for money. I just said, if you could give my podcast credit, I would love
They
that.
gave you a commercial on mainstream media.
They did. I'm so happy. Wow.
They gave you a commercial on mainstream media. My girl. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't plan it, that's for sure. I was just at the right place at the right time with the right person. Wow.
No, but she didn't plan none of that, but it is because of all the planning she does. It is because of every second she takes to prepare for those interviews, because she gets those interviews, because of all that. So you can make up all the stories you want, but Jay prepares a lot. She plans for it. And now because she plans, prepares, and does these interviews with people, they have no question. They don't have the news anymore. They don't own the news anymore. And that's what just happened. They didn't get that story. They weren't doing live videos with people who knew Heidi. That was Jay. And so you didn't plan for the media to pick it up. They're just sucking the coattails. They're just sucking on the coattails.
Dude, I had no idea it was going to be like this.
It is so brilliant. Oh, just wait for it, girl. Next is Dateline. Watch out. Watch out. No, think about this. This is the only reason I got to even do a Dateline, was because we were on top of things before anyone else was. So it's the same thing that just happened there. That clip, that girl, that emotion, that raw, your sleuthers out there going, hey, this house has a baby registry. Megan and Christopher, what the that's Megan. That's her best friend. That can't be written, kids. Oh, this is brilliant history. So what you've just done when you make that national news like that, because other people are going to pick that clip up. That clip's not just going to be played by that organization. That because whoever that license is, whoever owns that conglomerate, they may show that nationwide. And so tomorrow, when Good Morning America's playing that clip, because that's the only clip, right, of the first initial shock of who owns this house. It's such a raw emotion from a friend.
Yeah, that was like a live reaction. I wish they wouldn't have used my gasp. I went, oh, but I was literally, I mean, that's how I felt. I was like, oh, holy shit. Like, what do you mean this is her friend, you know?
That was brilliant, man.
All right, Michelle wants me to play it again.
Absolutely. Let's watch that.
Can we play it one more time?
Yes, we can.
I like how they put my logo up there.
Commercial.
It is a commercial, isn't it?
So what you need to do is you need to pull this clip, and that needs to become the banner video for your Facebook page, because you can put that on. That's what I do.
Yes.
Become your banner video. So
good idea.
Do that.
Good idea.
So they'll know immediately.
Can you hear me, DWAP? You cut out. I can't hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh,
I cut it out because I was going to listen to the video.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm putting YouTube.
Sorry,
on.
I'm a little nervous here. Not nervous, but shocked. Okay.
Charges were filed against Firamuska today, but friends say they are shocked she's accused of having anything to do with it at all. Lauren Tallarico in Northwest Harris County tonight with that part of the story. Lauren?
Well, Len, last night before this whole thing started to unravel, one of her best friends, one of Heidi's best friends, was on a live podcast when she found out what was unraveling right here at Megan's home, and she couldn't believe it. Before the world knew, Heidi Broussard's life ended tragically.
This is Megan and Christopher here.
One of Heidi's best friends, Carissa Nolte, was a live guest on a podcast called J is for Justice.
I think they're just hopeful that she returns no matter what.
At the same time, information started rolling in about a search at a home on Bojack Drive. The hosts Googled the address.
There is a baby registry to the owners of that house. Megan, Humphrey, and Christopher Green have a baby registry.
Oh my God, that's Megan's house. Oh my God. Oh my God.
What?
What?
That's Megan, her best friend that met her at church camp with me.
Carissa says they all met 24 years ago in Columbus, Texas. Heidi stayed close to Megan, but Carissa just reconnected with her since Heidi went missing.
I've talked to Megan every day, all day. She's been like sick over this. She just had a baby and she's breastfeeding.
This girl Megan just had a baby?
Yes.
How long ago?
Her name's Luna. She's 15 days old, 16 days old. Her and Heidi are best friends. She was there in the room when Heidi had Margot.
Did you see her baby?
I haven't seen pictures of her.
But it's a girl?
Yes.
Megan for sure, like, had a baby.
She told us she went to a birthing center and had her baby.
Throughout the interview, Carissa says Megan told her she's a wedding planner in Houston and her baby's name is Luna May. Although Carissa never saw the baby, she did hear her over the phone.
I even told her she sounded sweet.
As far as Christopher Green, the man who owns this home, he hasn't been charged at this point, and apparently during that interview, Carissa told them that he was the baby's father, but of course still a lot in this investigation. Len.
Wow, I am just floored. D-Wop's muted. He's taking care of some kids right now. But wow, thank you guys for sharing that, man. Thank you for all the props and it's Miss Ella. Wait, let me get Miss Ella up on the screen.
Yeah, tell I want you to say congratulations, Jay, for making mainstream.
Wait, what?
Just tell her congratulations. Jay just made mainstream media today, and her podcast got promoted all over the news today. So tell her congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sweet Ella.
Let me put my headphone in her thing so she can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can talk to her.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Ella. Do you know what, Ella?
What?
You're the only reason that I talk to your dad. It's because you're so sweet.
Say thank you.
She's all awkward. She's like, awkward.
Yeah, this is the first time she's actually done one where she's talked to someone on the other end.
Well, Ella, you're doing a great job.
Hey, say, tune into my dad.
Tune into my dad.
And where am I on tonight?
Where
am I on tonight?
What do you mean?
J is for Justice.
J is for Justice.
Yeah, there you go.
What's your dad's channel called, Ella?
What's my dad's channel called? What's my channel called?
Dad with phone.
Hey,
Dad with a phone.
All right.
Hey, Ella, I have a question for you.
She has a question for you.
Jay would like to ask Ella a question.
Okay.
So, Ella, what is it like being dad with a phone's daughter? Is it good? Is it fun?
It's sort of fun.
Sort of fun?
Yeah.
Do you like to do live videos with me?
Yes.
What's the funnest part of being dad with a phone's daughter?
That is easy.
Okay, what is it?
Doing live videos with my dad.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Well, you like to go fishing with me too.
Yeah, but that's in the summer. Right now the pond's frozen.
That's true.
Yeah, it's winter. It's time to do live videos, right?
What?
I said it's cold out, so now it's time to do live videos.
Yeah, not just go fishing.
Exactly. It's too cold for all that.
Besides, the pond in the Memorial Park up here is frozen into ice.
Yeah, you'd have to go ice fishing. It's too cold for that.
Well, tell Jay, tell her you're excited for her and congratulations on this evening.
Wait, what do you mean?
You just
tell me how happy you are for me, Ella.
Yeah, just tell Jay that you're happy for her and that you're excited that she got on the media.
I can't say it.
Okay, you don't have to. Tell her, say I love you, Jay.
I love you, Jay.
Love you, Ella. Thank you.
All right. She's awkward now. She'll be like, that's awkward. I love you, girl. I'll see you.
Like I said, that's the only reason I talk to you, DWAP.
God, I'm so excited for you right now, Jay.
I'm so excited too.
Man, I am so pumped.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I had no idea they would do that.
Suck on that, homie.
I said, please. I said, please, just, put a link to my podcast. That's all I ask. But yeah, it was like a little mini commercial.
Well, and I love that they left that gasp in there because that shows the authenticity of the moment, and the idea of what was happening right in that moment. And so, winner chicken dinner last night, girl. The one time I make fun of Jay's podcast, that one makes freaking national media.
Isn't that ironic?
Ain't that the shit?
That is so ironic.
Brilliant, kids. Brilliant. That is it. I'm so excited.
I'm so stoked.
Because I think what's about to happen. Let's see, who owns this station? Can we get does anyone know who owns that station? Like, is that NBC, CBS, or ABC? Because what we need to do is when you post that video, you just need to tag those stations. Make sure to tag them. The head of that.
How do we know who they're owned by? If it's
it should be somebody should be able to just look it up. It should be right on the main page of whatever that website is. KH, just type in who the affiliate, the conglomerate.
Oh, if it's like NBC or
it's going to be AB. Oh, they said they're CBS. That's perfect.
CBS. Okay.
No, now somebody says ABC. Fuck it.
You can't trust chat.
Okay, sleuth investigators. Dre says CBS. I trust Dre, so she's not just gonna. Everybody says CBS. So.
I just put the link to the video in chat.
Yeah.
I am happy for you, but be careful, please, Carrot Top. Carrot Top.
What are you talking to me for? Careful.
No, that's what.
That's
Top.
who Carrot Top.
I wasn't calling you Carrot Top.
Oh, that's what I thought somebody was calling me, Carrot Top.
I'll call you Carrot Top, though.
I've been called Carrot Top my whole life. Redhead.
Ginge.
Or Fire Crotch.
Oh, Melissa. Yeah, Fire Crotch. That's what Oni used to call you. He called you Fire Crotch.
Yeah, that don't bother me.
I think he liked your Fire Crotch.
I bet Oni's shitting his bricks right now.
Oh, you know it. Hi, Oni.
I bet somebody else is too.
This is why you don't fuck over your friends, Oni.
I bet somebody else is that other person you asked me about today.
Because friends can help each other, and I don't know. I don't get that whole thing on YouTube with real life friends doing that kind of shit. But
yeah. Man, I'm so pumped for Jay tonight. So,
Melissa B says, "Love you, Jay. Now tell DWAP to unblock me."
I got you.
You blocked one of my mods, DWAP.
I'll tell you why I did that, but we'll talk about that later.
All right. Is she gonna be unblocked though?
I'll go unblock her.
Was she trolling you because you were being mean?
No, she didn't troll me at all.
Can you unblock someone else from your YouTube channel, Georgia Dog?
Motherfucker.
Georgia Dog, I blocked him way back in the day. He was running his trap like back in January.
But Georgia Dog he's a mod for you.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, we're cool now. But back in January, he was running his trap about one of my videos saying it was clickbait.
Oh.
And he came in your live and I was like, oh, this guy's an asshole. He started running his trap. And I blocked him and he's been blocked ever since. And he's butthurt about it.
So you blocked him.
I blocked him, and you know what you said? He told me. He told me you said, don't mess with Jay. She's got a wrench.
Well, yeah. Last night I gave Casey a wrench, and then I was like, "Y'all fuck up, bro. Casey will slaughter him."
You give Casey a wrench. It's on.
And so, man, I'm so happy for you, Jay. Right now, I'm trying to think of like right now. Okay, so we need to. So I know what we can do is you can get that chick on your podcast. That girl who just did that reporter, you could get that reporter on your podcast and do like a long view with her if she was willing to. There's some things you could do there.
Yeah, you're gonna have to give me some ideas.
There's a lot because we want to utilize. Well, right now, I want to We need to utilize this, and it's already good. They can't take it away because it is simply probably about the rawest moment anyone's gonna have that knew who Megan was, because even even people at that know Heidi, they didn't have people looking up whose house that was at the moment, right? And so because you had that going on and because it came in so quick, it's so brilliant. It
It worked out perfectly.
Yeah, and it's not even, but it's going to happen more and more. That's what I'm saying. That's what, because of the preparation you do, because of the things that because the consistency in your channel, because of the mods in your channel that help you and pull that shit, the sleuthers that are going out there and actually doing
awesome.
it. Because of that, it's what I've been saying for the last, simply the story which happened. You're going to move faster than police officers. You're going to move faster than news broadcasters, and it will simply become the normal amongst the best sleuthers in the world. When they pick up a case, they're going to break things in those cases long before anyone else does, because they don't have access to the 6 billion people that will tune in, and or whoever's got we don't know who's behind these. We know a lot of these people, and you guys chit chat and stuff, but there are police officers, there are retired police officers, there are retired lawyers, there are people who have access to all kinds of other things, but they don't want to put their face out there, so they allow people like Jay and me to give out. Like, I don't go search shit up a lot of times. It comes straight to my inbox. And I know that happens to Jay all day long too. And it's not because we can't go search our own stuff out. It's not because we can't go do our own investigation. But the most efficient way is to use you guys. And so kudos to the chat. Kudos to whoever pulled that info that quick at that moment.
I couldn't do it without them.
Kudos.
They were on it. They were on it with the address, with the names. I mean, if that went in, it was minute what in my live? What did she say?
118.
118.
No. That was when we were talking about the gate. That was when we were talking about the other thing. That was the minute. I don't know what minute that was, because I don't know what minute that was, because they cut it up. It was cut up a little bit.
Yeah, they did. They cut up my questions.
Yeah, which is brilliant. They did a great edit on it.
I didn't sound too bad, I guess.
They put your freaking header and your logo. They slapped that on mainstream.
They did, and they showed my whole YouTube page.
You got a commercial like me. That's what happened. They put a commercial up for you.
I love it. I love it. That's awesome.
Oh, I'm so happy for Jay right now. Y'all don't even know. My heart is literally racing because you deserve it. Because you deserve it. Because while everybody else is out there doing bullshit and attacking everyone else, you're actually doing some shit. So that's what it's so brilliant in this moment. It's so brilliant that it happened just a couple of after all the drama. It's so brilliant that it happens in the first case that every sleuther on YouTube picked up. It's so brilliant.
Thank you, D-Wop.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm so genuinely, I just want to.
That's how I feel when you get your stuff too. It's like exciting.
Oh, well, I know. Like when I text you, so like you guys don't know this, but like there's some really, really fucking cool shit in the works. And this plays right into it for me. Like it really does, because that's a resume for Jay. Like it's one thing to say you're a blogger, but as soon as your blog's on mainstream, it becomes your resume. And so
that's your portfolio.
It's your portfolio, and it's a recognized portfolio. It's happened to me. It's happened to you. It's happening to the best in the world. And the mainstream is figuring it out. They're figuring it out. And they're figuring it out with the best, because content like that doesn't happen on accident. And I don't want anyone to think that was an accident. It comes with major preparation. Jay's been doing this for years. And so it doesn't happen on accident. It happens to those that are prepared and those that continue to do it. And so.
And that's where you have to be consistent.
You really have to. What did I tell you? What have I been telling you for a whole year? Content is king. It is king. And and you just became the queen of content.
Come on.
Well, let's put it this way. So how many YouTubers did videos on Shane? Just name them. I don't know. A billion. A lot. Okay.
Yeah.
You did videos on Shane. How many people did interviews? I know of one who did an interview that was like a half-ass interview, and she did an interview though, and then I'll give her credit for getting the interview. It was Purple, and so she did an interview with one of Shane's friends.
Oh, I didn't know she did that.
Yeah, she did an interview with Laura. Laura did an interview with one of Shane's friends, and I listened to it, and I gave her props on it, and so but the thing is yesterday's it's nothing's by accident. It's so brilliant, Jay. You did awesome.
I didn't do it on purpose, but I'm glad it worked out the way it did.
Well, you couldn't have done it on purpose. You didn't have control over that. You didn't have control over it. And even if you did have control, but you couldn't have because it was alive. What would have been cool is had you did like a cool planned video, like a produced video, and then you like sent that to all the news stations, and one of them was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play that. That's just as cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
That would have been just as cool. But the fact that it was so raw and it was in that live,
it was in that moment.
Yeah. And even if someone else was like, even it could have been one of, and I've been telling them, I mean, my followers will tell you, I tell them to message these news people. I say, hey, message them and tell them, they're doing a good job, and then drop Dad with the phone's name because I'm trying to get interviews with them, right? So even if it was one of your people that was like, hey guys, I know y'all are cool, but this happened live. Like she had to get that clip from somebody. She probably didn't watch that clip, but somebody got a hold of that clip and said, oh my God, this girl, they watched it fold on live and this happened on this podcast. So whoever put that clip and whoever sent that clip, or whoever, if it was somebody that was, a lot of times they watch us because they're looking for headlines. And so they're trying to get the next headline and they're watching social media, but whoever did it, right on. Damn, this just made my day.
Mine too. I'm in shock. I am in shock.
Well, it brings validity to what we're doing, is what it does. It brings it makes people open their eyes and say, you know what, we can't ignore this, because however these guys are doing it, however Jay got that interview, however Jay was talking, it happened at the right moment and the timing was perfect and it was just brilliant. But they're taking recognition. It's the same reason that I've done interviews with people. It's the same reason that things have happened in different cases where podcasters are changing the game when it comes to actual life. It's one thing like Jay does brilliant when she goes back and you go look at another case that's already complete. But when you do it live like this, oh God, it's
insane.
You're the queen, girl. I'm telling you, because all the preparation isn't by accident. And now just wait for the floodgates, because what happens now is you're going to pick up another case, and the next case you pick up in another town, in another place, you're at the top of the list. And when it comes to, all of a sudden Jay's following this case, the news people are doing their thing.
Yeah, you get some credibility, right?
Yeah, it's going to happen. So it makes me so, I'm happy. I get so excited for success of others.
Me too.
And every one of you that think Jay's going to go Hollywood and forget you, she absolutely knows she couldn't do it without you. Like
no, I couldn't.
And so I know that comment's coming, oh, Jay's going to go Hollywood, don't forget us.
It already came out. Did you see it?
Oh, I didn't see it. I've gotten it. I'm like, Jay does this for you. Jay doesn't do this for Hollywood. Jay gets on here night after night, multiple times a day for you. That's how special you are on the other side of this camera. And yes, it's cool that somebody recognized it and she got played in every living room across Austin tonight. And tomorrow it might be in every living room across America when their conglomerate picks it up and then starts scattering it amongst the places. And so, yeah, wait for it, kids. Wait for it. So, okay. Don't read your clippings, girl. Don't be reading your clippings.
I'll try not to.
All right.
I'm sure there's a lot of clippings out there.
They're coming. If they ain't there now, they are gonna be there.
Well, thank you for all the nice things you said, D-Wop. It is exciting stuff. It really is. I'm actually taken back. I was taken back when I got an email from a reporter earlier, and they were like, "We're really really impressed with your coverage and how you handled that live with everything unfolding, you know, in the live stream." So that I was like, wow, I'm really humbled that a mainstream reporter would say, you know, we're impressed by, you know, how you handled that. So that made me feel good. This is just beyond, like, I never imagined I'd have like this little 2-minute thing on this channel. Cool. Did you hear the twist at the end of that coverage, though? What was the twist? What was the twist? Why did they move her to Austin? Did the murder happen in Austin? I don't know. We haven't forgotten how sad she was. We're celebrating success for my channel. We're not celebrating the things that went on. Absolutely, it's sad. Absolutely. I was almost in tears for Carissa last night. I mean, yes, we are sensitive to that. I mean, that goes without saying. I didn't hear that, Casey. The reporter said that Carissa told you the baby was Green's. She said that it could have been either one of them. So wouldn't that be a twist if they do the DNA and it comes back? D-Wop is muted right now.
No, I'm not muted now.
Oh, you're back.
I was telling Nikki what just happened, and she's super pumped for you too.
Oh, tell her thanks.
Yeah, I just was giving her. I'll show her the clip later, but I gave her the quick version.
You guys like bring cool parts of crime.
What?
It's so cool. You guys like, without the way you guys share and the cool stuff that happens brings like a positive.
Yeah, like we don't compete like a lot of YouTubers do. Compete against each other and
shit, I'm gonna be blasting that clip all over. I'm about to rip that shit. Don't even worry about that. I got your hat on, girl.
I know.
Can you remember Dad when you're famous?
Oh, stop it. Stop. I'm gonna end this live if that keeps happening.
Look, she's all
like
blushing.
that.
Where's your video at? I bet you're blushing so much.
I don't like that. I'm not like, yeah.
Hey, it's okay. They like you. It's okay to be okay. It's okay to take your accolades. Let those people love you a little bit.
Have that one night.
God, it's so brilliant. It's just brilliant. And then the best part about it is the case that everyone picked up. Like,
yeah, because they thought it was going to be another Chris Watts. That's why everybody picked it up. They thought, oh, here we go.
Well, it's not going to be a Chris Watts. It's going to be a Megan. What's her last name?
I don't even know how to say it.
I know. I'm terrible.
It's really hard to say.
We got to come up with a hashtag, Justice for Heidi.
I think there is one. Is there a hashtag on
Nobody's
Facebook?
been hashtagging nothing.
I thought they were.
None of the news organizations are running hashtags like Ashley and Sam did, but no one else is. I haven't really picked up any hashtags.
I saw you put hashtag Justice for Heidi.
Yeah, but that's what I'm gonna do until somebody comes up with something else.
Yeah, I don't know if there's one out there, but
anyway.
Oh my God, Cinderella said she woke up her husband to tell him.
I guarantee it, man. It's gonna be it's a cool deal.
I gotta send that to my kids. They're gonna be like,
you will. It's fun. It's so fun.
Her name used to be Humphreys. But
What is that?
now
That's it. It's like Chinese. Firamunkuska?
She was
Firamuska?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Firamuska. Megan Firamuska.
Megan Firamuska. I can't hashtag Firamuska because there's no way I'm spelling that. Hashtag Megan Fear.
Hashtag
Megan Fear. Just call her hashtag Megan
Fear.
Hashtag Fear Megan.
Yeah, and we're not laughing because people get so worked up if you laugh, and you got to realize that we're not laughing because of what happened.
Do you want us to play a video for you to cry real quick? Because there's plenty of them out there.
Yeah, I mean, you got to act normal.
Yeah, no, it is. We got to be respectful. They're gonna go after Megan. Let's just say that. And so, that you heard that was raw emotion in that podcast.
It was.
That wasn't a cut up news interview. Oh, it's so brilliant too, because it's a live deal. It's a live show.
It was intense. It was intense, and for Christy and Melissa as well. But I couldn't have done it without him.
Good job, girl.
Thank you. Well, do we have anything else to talk about as far as Heidi?
Jeez, I'm glad. Well, I just want to say one more thing. I'm glad I apologized before the news came out, because now y'all know my apology was genuine, and then the news came out.
Too much.
Megan, you just want to get off now and start calling people and be like, here, check my clip.
I know. I'm like, I gotta share my link.
I gotta go cut that clip up. Hey,
I am super excited though. I really am.
If we end, I'll end up going live. So
okay, well, why don't you go live? I'm gonna get off here because I gotta
let me get off.
I gotta run to the store
out.
And I
close the show out with your people, and I'm getting out of here.
All right. I'll talk to you later. Thank you, DWAP.
Hey, thanks for hanging with us tonight, everybody. Y'all come like me on Dad with a Phone.
Yeah, he's gonna be going live when I end this. So, all right. Wow. Well, you guys, I have to thank all of you, really, from the bottom of my heart. Like, I don't even know what's going on right now, but I'm super excited because my goal was to get 20,000 subs by the end of the year. I was like, by January 1, I want to have 20,000 subs, right? That was my goal. And I am pleased to say, because of all of you, I have surpassed that goal. I'm up to 21,700 subs. I gained 1,700 in the last 24 hours. It's crazy. This has never happened to me. And this is my year anniversary on YouTube. So I was going to do like an anniversary live and celebrate that I've been there for a year. And, yay, I hit 20,000, but I've surpassed that. And without you guys and all of your skills and how quick you are, to find things and share things with me and message me and fill me in. I know you guys don't always respond to every message. I don't always respond to every email, but I do read them. So I want to thank all of you guys, because without you, I wouldn't have done anything. So thank you, Wendy Lee. Thanks, everybody. This is a great way to kind of end 2019, which has been a really shitty year for me. But this is great. Thanks, you guys. If you guys can put DWAP's link up, and we can all head over there and hang out with DWAP. Oh, hashtag stay humble for Heidi. And I think I am. I really do. I really am humbled by all of this. So thank you, Sarah Smiles. All right, let's go over and let's see DWAP. Thank you so much, Soul for Music. You guys are great. I have the most loyal, respectful viewers. I can't thank you enough. So let's hang out with DWAP for a little bit. I'm gonna get off here. Thanks again. You guys put up DWAP's channel, and we'll see you over there. Love you guys.